Hello, and welcome to today's webinar, hosted by Capital Insurance Agency, Inc. We have serviced state of Florida agencies and universities for 50 years. Capital Insurance Agency is happy to work with AFLAC to provide these insurance policies to state of Florida employees. Today, we are excited to have the opportunity to share with you the AFLAC Cancer and Hospital Intensive Care Plans. AFLAC pays cash benefits to help when you need it most. AFLAC's name is well known. Almost everyone knows the duck. But studies show that knowledge is still limited about what it is that AFLAC really does. AFLAC pays cash directly to you, the policyholder, not doctors and hospitals, unless you tell them otherwise. You can use your benefits your way, whether it's for leftover medical bills or other expenses that affect your financial security. AFLAC does not coordinate benefits. What that means is that AFLAC will pay the benefits outlined in the policy, regardless of any other insurances you may have. These insurance policies are made available to state of Florida employees on payroll deduction. The plan is portable. If you leave the state, direct payment options include deductions from your FRS retirement check, bank draft, or another method of private payment. Also, it is important to note that there will be no premium increase and no change in benefits if you decide to take your plan with you. Just contact your local Capital Insurance representative, and we will help you make the transition as seamless as possible. Here is a quick glance at what the front of the brochure looks like. You can download it at any time from our Capital Insurance Agency website at www.capitalins.com. Enrollment in these plans is a two-step process. The first step is to make the election into your People First system for the coverage that fits your needs. The second step is crucial. You must complete the application forms required by AFLAC. Please contact Capital Insurance Agency to determine the best method for finalizing this portion of the process. The application does require some underwriting questions, and an answer of yes could cause an applicant to be ineligible for coverage. However, prior diagnosis of cancer does not necessarily exclude an applicant. Most clients are relieved to know that no medical physical is required. There are several options to submitting a claim, such as online at myaflac.com, on your smartphone using the MyAFLAC mobile app, or by mailing or faxing in forms. The forms can be accessed online or by contacting Capital Insurance Agency. First, let's explore the Personal Cancer Indemnity Plan. We would like to begin by explaining to you that these plans offer many options. You can choose the coverage that fits your needs and budget. Level 1 is the basic level of coverage. Level 3 offers the maximum coverage available to state of Florida employees. We offer two rider options that can be added to either coverage level. They are designed to add enhancements to the plan and allow you to build coverage that fits your individual needs. One of the plan highlights that are included is the annual wellness benefit. Every year, each person covered under the policy can have a cancer screening performed by a physician and receive a benefit of either $40 or $75. This benefit is payable even if your health insurance provider offers these services free of charge. Listed here are some of the most popular screenings that we see utilized in annual wellness claims. Most popular cancer screenings for wellness benefit include mammogram, pap smear, biopsy, chest x-ray, CEA, or blood test for colon cancer, PSA, blood test for prostate cancer, colonoscopy, or virtual colonoscopy. This is not an all-inclusive list. More procedures can be claimed under this benefit. The brochure provides a comprehensive listing for you. Please be sure to review it carefully to maximize this benefit. Now, let's explore some of the other benefits payable to policyholders under our Personal Cancer Indemnity Plan. AFLAC will pay benefits for any of the following: first occurrence benefit, skin cancer benefit, radiation and chemotherapy daily benefit, second surgical opinion, National Cancer Institute evaluations, immunotherapy, anti-nausea medication, experimental treatment. AFLAC will also pay benefits for any of the following: hospital confinement, ambulance, hospice, extended care facility, surgical anesthesia, outpatient hospital surgical, skin cancer surgery, prosthesis, reconstructive surgery, blood, plasma, and bone marrow transplantation, transportation and lodging. Benefit amounts will vary depending upon the coverage level chosen. This is not an all-inclusive list. Additional items are covered under this policy. The brochure provides a comprehensive listing for you. Please be sure to review it carefully to maximize this benefit. We would like to briefly discuss underwriting requirements with the cancer policy. As mentioned, a prior cancer diagnosis does not necessarily exclude an applicant. Here is how it works. If you have had an internal cancer diagnosis in the past, there will be additional underwriting questions. You must have been cancer and treatment-free for 5 years, 2 years if the previous diagnosis was for breast cancer. As long as you meet those requirements, you may still be eligible for coverage. Please note that hormonal therapy is considered a form of treatment. You may ask, what about skin cancer? If you have been diagnosed or treated for skin cancer within the last 5 years, you may still be eligible for the policy. You will be excluded from payments of the skin cancer benefits. However, this exclusion can be removed after remaining skin cancer-free and treatment-free for 5 years. All other benefits of the plan would be applicable. If your skin cancer diagnosis and treatment were more than 5 years prior to the application, there would be no exclusion of the skin cancer benefits. Limitations and exclusions. There is a 30-day waiting period for diagnoses under the plan. Let's assume all enrollment steps are done properly during open enrollment, and the policy is issued with a January 1st effective date. The 30 days begin on January 1st, so diagnosis is not covered until February 1st. Since we have taken a look at what the plan covers, now let's talk about the riders that are available to enhance the already comprehensive coverage of the plans. The riders can be purchased in units of $100 each, up to a maximum of 5 units, $500. The first occurrence benefit in the base policy will be increased by $100 for each unit purchased on each rider anniversary date while the rider remains in force. Regardless of the age of the covered person on the effective date of the rider, the benefit will accrue for a period of at least 5 years unless internal cancer or an associated cancerous condition is diagnosed prior to the 5th year of coverage. Level 1 Building Benefit Rider increases the first occurrence benefit by $300 per year. Level 3 Building Benefit Rider increases the first occurrence benefit by $500 per year. In addition, one can also choose the option of adding the Specified Disease Rider, or SDR. This rider offers extra coverage for hospitalization resulting from a diagnosis of any of the covered 32 specified diseases. Pays $1,000 when a covered person is confined to a hospital for 12 or more hours as a result of receiving treatment for a specified disease. Pays daily benefits for hospital confinement due to a covered specified disease. The disease must be first diagnosed by a physician 30 days following the effective date of the rider for benefits to be payable. A few of these specified diseases include encephalitis, including West Nile virus, tuberculosis and bacterial meningitis, multiple sclerosis and muscular dystrophy, rabies, systemic lupus. Please be sure to obtain a brochure for a full list of the 32 diseases covered under this rider. Also, it's essential to understand that these 2 riders are independent of each other. You can choose both or just one. The goal is for you to find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. Some terms you will want to know are included here. The effective date is not the date the application is signed. Simply stated, it is the date that AFLAC lists in the policy schedule. You must be under the age of 70 at the time this policy is issued. Dependents are classified as your natural children, stepchildren, or legally adopted children who are under the age of 26. Your Capital Insurance Agency representative will contact you to help resolve any issues that may arise with the issuance of your application. If you are ineligible for coverage due to health-related issues, AFLAC will communicate that information to the address listed on the application. Your agent will not have access to medical information related to the decision, but they can assist you in obtaining that information from AFLAC. Again, no deductions will begin until an application is successfully issued and communicated to People First. Individual cancer premiums start at $18.70 per month. Family cancer plans start at $21.70 per month. A complete list of rates can be found in the plan brochure located at www.capitalins.com. Please note that if you cover your spouse, AFLAC will cover your children for free through the calendar year of their 26th birthday. You can make changes to your coverage level during open enrollment, provided there has been no cancer diagnosis. However, like all pre-tax plans, changes can only be made during the annual open enrollment periods, during your new hire election period, or upon qualifying for a qualifying life status event, QLSE. The Personal Cancer Indemnity Plan contains many valuable benefits that helps provide financial peace of mind to many clients of AFLAC. In addition to the 2 personal cancer plans, there is also a personal hospital intensive care plan available. The hospital intensive care plan can be purchased separately or in combination with one of the cancer plans. What does the Aflac Hospital Intensive Care Plan pay benefits for? Benefits will be paid if you or any covered person incurs a charge for confinement in a hospital intensive care unit, ICU. This benefit is limited to 15 days per period of confinement. No lifetime maximum. It also has a daily benefit payable for a subacute unit. This policy is independent of the cancer plan and will pay regardless of whether the admission is related to a sickness or injury. Additional benefits include emergency transportation by ambulance or air transportation and a human organ transplantation benefit. The effective date of the policy is the date shown in the policy schedule, not the date the application is signed. The payroll rate may be retained after 1 month's premium payment on payroll deduction. The policy is guaranteed renewable for your lifetime with benefits reduced at age 70. It is subject to Aflac's right to change the applicable table of premium rates by class upon any renewal date. Limitations include the following. The policy cannot be issued to an applicant who has obtained the age of 70 prior to the effective date. There are underwriting questions that may result in Aflac declining to cover an applicant based on prior medical history. However, no medical examination is required for underwriting purposes. The policy will not cover any person who has attained age 65 prior to the effective date of the policy, unless the policy is issued on a payroll deduction basis. The rates shown are the current rate and are subject to change. Aflac may change premiums by class. You can choose between individual coverage and family coverage. Both are affordable options of $8.70 for individual and $16.64 for family. Please note that the premium doesn't change if you add one additional family member to the plan or if you have a large family to cover. Ready to apply? Please visit our Capital Insurance Agency website at www.capitalins.com and view the policy brochure. Then, make the election into your People First system for the coverage that fits your needs. And lastly, you must complete the application forms required by Aflac. Please contact Capital Insurance Agency to determine the best method for finalizing this portion of the process. We appreciate you spending time with us today as we provided an overview of the Aflac Cancer and Hospital Intensive Care Plans. We look forward to serving you. Coverage is underwritten by Aflac. Worldwide Headquarters 1932 Winton Road, Columbus, Georgia 31999. The information provided is illustrative only. Benefits may vary by coverage and plan level selected. Refer to the policy for the benefit details, definitions, limitations, and exclusions. The Aflac payout values do not guarantee an amount to be paid for the listed conditions. Benefits paid by Aflac, if any, will depend on the severity of the accident or illness, the physician diagnosis, and the treatment received. The data is an average of payments made to Aflac policyholders, certificate holders, who qualified for benefits under their specific plans, and does not reflect instances when benefits were not paid for a particular claim. Whether benefits are payable will be determined when a claim is processed. For costs and complete details of coverage, contact your Aflac insurance agent. Benefits premium rates may vary based on plan selected. Optional riders may be available at an additional cost. Policies and riders may also contain a waiting period. Refer to the exact policies and riders for benefit details, definitions, limitations, and exclusions. Guaranteed issue options are subject to all policy provisions. These provisions may vary by state. The rates shown are the current rates and are subject to change. They do not imply coverage. For claims to be paid, all information needed to make a claims decision must be submitted to Aflac for a covered health event. Aflac pays cash benefits direct to the policyholder, unless otherwise assigned. For more information about policy benefits and limitations and exclusions, please refer to the corresponding product brochure for each insurance policy listed.